Good morning and welcome to the Extreme Hangout at COP28. It really is a total honor to be here. It's been a lot of hard work, incredible effort by all of the team. Today is Health Day. It is the first Health Day ever to be hosted at the COP. Small amount of irony here. There's also a red health warning which has been issued today for air pollution. So the planet is telling us yet again, it is in crisis and we have an emergency on our hands. And for that, I love all of you and thank you all again for coming, because it is by our presence here that we can come and learn from each other, build our communities together, and then go forth and share these stories across the world and spread the messages of hope, of community, of collaboration. We need to be courageous today more than ever before. Our little motto, if you like, for this week, for next week as well, is to make COP count. Take actions away with you. Bring them into your personal lives. Take them into your careers, your work lives, your schools, your wider communities. Let's make COP count together. I am now going to welcome onto the stage a young man who has traveled from a very, very long way. And it is my great honor to introduce and welcome our Youth Prime Minister from the UK, Harry Acheampong. Harry, please come. The stage is yours. Thanks for coming, Harry. Go for it.
Interim Prime Minister of the UK Children's Parliament, co-founded by the late Sir David Amess and supported by Wakelet and Microsoft 365. I'm just one of a billion children born since 2011 on this planet, which now has 8 billion people. The Climate Change Conference has become a yearly ritual where world leaders, climate experts, and corporations meet to discuss the causes and consequences of human activities on our planet and draw up plans to tackle them. There is a problem, and we do not have to look far to see or experience it. We are experiencing extreme weather patterns, floods worldwide, damage to marine ecosystems, loss of biodiversity, damage to infrastructure, conflicts, and climate migration, among others. We now know that human activities have disturbed the balance or equilibrium that holds the planet together. It is time we appreciate that the planet does not belong to us. It has existed for more than 4.5 billion years, and human beings are only its trustees. As such, we are responsible for looking after what is under our care. For millions of years, our forebears lived here and ensured it was passed on to us in a condition capable of sustaining the next generations. The next generation's existence and quality of life depend on our actions today. Yes, there will be sacrifices and not business as usual, but we can save our planet with determination and political will, combined with science and innovation. Today I see a lot of flaring in the skies, and the exploration of new oil wells is still going on. But our efforts must be laser focused on stopping the decline into the vortex. Long ago, humans believed that the world was flat and the sun circled the earth, but real science told us otherwise. And now we know better. This is why I believe we can find innovative ways of producing cleaner energy and stopping the wanton destruction of our environment in the name of energy production. A few days ago, when I read the headline, the first transatlantic flight by a large passenger plane powered only by alternative fuels has landed in the US. My hope in combating this catastrophe was renewed. As children, we should always be free to question and debate the best solutions. This approach is part of the mission of our friends of the Darwin 200 global voyage, where children and young people are encouraged to participate in discussions to find solutions to conserve what the planet has given us. Let us act as though our existence depends on what we do today. I will now turn my attention to the fashion industry, with change being led by Mary Fellows with Greenwith Studios. We do not often speak, as much as we should, about the fashion industry's astonishing environmental and social costs. The fashion industry is said to be the world's second largest climate criminal. Dumping waste is unacceptable in the current climate. The impacts of the fashion industry in terms of pollution, water use, carbon emission, human rights, and gender inequality is increasing every single day. We cannot deny that the fashion industry represents an important part of our economy with a value of about £2.5 trillion and employing over 75 million people worldwide. And the sector has grown immensely over the last 2 decades, as clothing production doubled between 2000 and 2014. While people only bought garments, they bought 60% more garments in 2014 than in 2000. But they only kept their clothes for half as long. Furthermore, 85% of all textiles go to the dump yearly, and washing some type of clothes sends a significant amount of microplastics into the ocean. The equivalent of one garbage truck full of clothes is burnt or dumped in a landfill every second. Approximately 60% of all materials used by the fashion industry are made from plastic. Every year, 500,000 tons of microfibers are released into the ocean from washing clothes, the equivalent of 50 billion plastic bottles. The fashion industry is responsible for 1/10 of humanity's carbon emissions, more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. 93 billion cubic meters of water, enough to meet the needs of 5 million people, is used by the fashion industry annually, contributing significantly to water scarcity in some regions. Around 20% of industrial wastewater pollution worldwide originates from the fashion industry. Yes, we do need the fashion industry, but it must be sustainable. This industry is contributing hugely to the climate catastrophe. On behalf of our generation, I am asking the textile industry to adopt digital make-to-order sustainable practices. And thank you, 3D Fingerprint, for leading the way with 3D printing. We cannot continue this path of destruction in the name of fashion. It is time we think of sustainability in everything we do. My final point is about water management and sustainability, an issue very dear to the UK Children's Parliament and aligns with the message of Football for Peace, an organisation working with the United Nations to promote water for peace. Water insecurity is increasing worldwide. This raises the chance of competition, conflict, and instability in our communities, leading to what I call water-induced migration. One will argue that there has not been a major conflict because of water, but that will come if we do not produce and use water sustainably. The importance of fresh water for our existence cannot be overemphasized and has the potential to form the basis of conflicts in any part of the world, especially in the Middle East. In October 2022, the Select Committee for Water Management and Sustainability of the UK Children's Parliament had to grill water companies. And following this meeting, a letter was sent to the Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs to consider the takeaways from that meeting. I can now confirm that the government was forced to act, and punishment for water companies is now extended. This tells me that as children, we can make a difference in politics and the climate agenda. I do thank you for the opportunity to address you today at COP28. And I trust that with your help, we can change the world into an even better place. Thank you.
Harry, thank you so much. That was a fantastic opening and it's definitely set the scene beautifully for us here today.